and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call this meeting to order. Do we have any public comment this evening? Approval of the agenda.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
All those in favor of approving the agenda, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes, please?
So moved.
Second.
I'll second the motion for the minutes.
All those in favor of approving the minutes, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Requisitions. Motion to start us off.
I'll make a motion to approve requisitions 26-129 through 26-144.
I'll second that, Mr. President.
Any discussion?
Explain some of these. Readable English is for 125 readable English seats at the, should be the middle school, high school, not elementary. So they've been doing this for 2 or 3 years at the high school level. The large item about halfway down is Frontline. Frontline is our application tracking system. So people that are interested in applying for employment will complete an application and they stay in the system. And so that's very helpful for us. McGraw-Hill is Study Sync. That's our English language arts curriculum that we're going to be recommending this year for grades 6 through 8. The one below it is, I believe, for additional seats because this is a large group that's going through. And then after that, we have less students going through. On down, Accelerated Reader is used K through 12 by most all classrooms. CDW for Chromebooks, these replace the Chromebooks that we have currently, and these will be deployed to new 3rd graders and then others that are needing to be replaced. From Forte Diversitrack, wall mount is another wall mount for an interactive projector. And then a ViewSonic board is another interactive board. I'd like to have one for the board room so we can use that here. And then finally for Milton's Construction, some concrete work. So we'd like to have them replace the concrete door 28. So when we had Milton Park come and do some site evaluations, that kind of thing, I don't know if you remember, but there is water that's on the inside of the mechanical room, right by door 28 along that wall. At some point, it looks like there must have been a grassy area or something to the right. They got concreted over. Well, there's no slant. There's not much slant in that sidewalk, so the water doesn't have anywhere to go. And there's also places where it's not level, so it needs to be fixed. And then the other area that's in desperate need is outside door 2, between 2 and the end of the walkway out front where that first bus parks in the morning. I think it's the original concrete from way back. It's really bad. It's all broken up and it is a trip hazard. So Melton's would do this work. Hopefully they can get that done before school starts. Questions?
All those in favor of approving the requisition list, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Consent agenda personnel report. Have a motion. Start us off.
I'll make one.
Second.
Discussion.
Okay, so we have a request from Susan Ames to go to half day. Sherry Humphreys has a resignation or retirement. We have 2 administrators that we have on our list. Recommending Christy Bear, our elementary principal. She's here. And we also have Molly Mosier, as our K-12 assistant principal. We do have a biology chemistry teacher. So Supremo's left, or they're leaving soon to go back to the Philippines. I think this week.
The dates are
They fly back. So, Mr. Carlson and his group have interviewed and have a biology teacher from the Philippines that we'll be bringing over hopefully soon here. And then the next two are from Cooperative School Services. So just as a reminder, anytime there's CSS at the end of somebody's name, it just means that's a co-op employee from our special ed co-op. And then you see a list of ECA recommendations for the 2026-2027 school year.
Further discussion? All those in favor of the consent agenda personnel report signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Yes.
Very much so.
Thank you.
Now we'll tell you the truth.
All right, West Central Corporation Wellness Policy, second reading and adoption. Have a motion, please.
So move, Mr. President.
Todd. Have a second.
Second motion. President?
Okay, we have, this is our second reading on the wellness policy. Changes are in red. There were, Todd was a member that was on the committee to review, it's just minor changes that are in red. For example, instead of food service director and staff, it's just school food authority representatives, members of the general public or healthcare professional, that the advisory council would meet, so annually, triannually, or as needed. Advisory council would report triannually. Some difference in some school meal counts from fat-free meals, milk to low-fat or non-fat, whole grains from 50% up to 80% per week. Some other minor changes. Prepackaged items are encouraged for safe consumption, and then there's also attached lists that could be given to teachers and parents about healthy snacks that could be distributed.
All those in favor of approving the West Central Corporation Wellness Policy, second reading and adoption, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Central High School early graduation request.
So moved, Mr. President. Second, Mr. President.
Todd.
We have a request from Hannah Sallier for an early graduation. This requires the counselor to sign off and the principal, so this has already been reviewed by Marcy, and then Mike has signed it, verifying that she will be able to graduate early if she completes these credits. She still has some credits that she needs to finish, but doing so allows her to graduate mid-year.
We sure will.
All those going to approve the West Central High School early graduation request, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Alaska County Public Library.
Make a motion.
Okay, so the Pulaski County Public Library Board is recommending Teresa Bryant to fill a vacant position since April 2023. She's done that, and they would continue, like her to continue to do so.
All those in favor of the Pulaski County Public Library appointment, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Carries. West Central FFA to FFA National Convention, October 21st and 23rd.
So moved, Mr. President.
And since this is an overnight trip, it requires board approval. That's why it's coming to you.
Yes, absolutely.
The next one's even earlier yet.
All those in favor of approving the West Central FFA to FFA National Convention, October 21st to 23rd, please signify by saying
Oh.
aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
That'd be impressive.
And we have West Central FFA to FFA State Convention for June 15th through 18th.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Similar overnight trip.
All those in favor of the West Central FFA to FFA State Convention, June 15th to 18th, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? West Central High School Football Camp, Chester.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it, Mr. President.
It's against an overnight trip, 15 to 8.
Discussion. All those in favor of the West Central High School Football Camp, Manchester, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Reduction in force, high school music, have a motion, please.
So moved.
Have a second.
I would second the motion.
We had a teacher holding this position as the high school music teacher was notified and given the opportunity to have a conference with the superintendent or the board. He failed to request a conference. And so if the teacher does not request a conference, then the principal's preliminary determination is considered final. So I'm asking that the board reduce the teaching contract of William Bunker effective immediately due to reduction in force.
All those in favor of the reduction in force, high school music, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Varsity girls basketball to Indiana Wesleyan University camp. Have a
So
motion.
moved, Mr. President.
Thank you, Todd.
I'll second.
Thank you, Darren.
Another overnight trip.
All those in favor of the varsity girls basketball to Indiana Wesleyan University camp, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Pay recommendations, support staff, administrators. Have a motion, please.
Make a motion to approve the pay recommendations.
I second.
Okay, this recommendation is to give a tiered, tiered salary adjustment for staff who've been here for several years. Past, I'd say 5 or 6 years, as we've brought the bottom up, we haven't brought the others up as much either. So while the bottom has come up from, might have been $11.50 an hour, or to $13.50, $13.75, the others haven't gone as quickly. So you have some people who have been here for 20 years, let's say as a school secretary, and they're not making much more than people that are coming in at 13, whatever. So this would help give more space and honor those people that have been here for a long time. So it would be applicable to school secretaries, custodians, instructional assistants, cafeteria staff. $13.75 would be our minimum wage for all staff. And then you can see the other recommendations to, because of being competitive with area schools. There's some adjustments that need to be made, contract extensions for the principal, athletic director, increases for bus drivers, substitute pay to remain the same. Bus washing, those all stay the same, with the exception of bringing everyone up to $13.75 as a minimum. If you're an adult, students would be a little bit different. Nothing differently with field trips. And then the final one would be to allow principals and assistant principals to participate in the 401A plan and be implemented, just as was for teachers.
Mr. President, I need to recuse myself, so please.
All those in favor of the payment recommendation, support staff administrators, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Administrative tuition reimbursement consideration. Motion, please.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay, this is tuition reimbursement, similar to what we do in the collective bargaining agreement for an individual who's being assigned as an administrator or assuming that duty that is not currently licensed to do that, is to help that individual with some tuition reimbursement to obtain the licensure for the position that they're assuming, and we've expected them to have that for that position.
All those in favor of the administrative tuition reimbursement consideration, please signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Items for discussion, Mr. Carlson.
May was a very busy month and went by quickly. The senior trip to Florida was a success. 20 students went, and several had their first experience of navigating an airport. A great time was had by all. Middle schools participated in the academic bowl. They had not competed in several years. It was a great learning experience for the group. Middle school held their dance night before prom. Sophomores visited Purdue's main campus as part of our intention to get all grade levels to a variety of higher ed options. 82% of the middle school students qualified for the annual Indiana Beach Day for meeting behavior and academic goals. The band traveled to Ohio to perform at Cedar Point, and then they enjoyed a day at the park afterwards. The prom was well attended at Meadow Springs. I think there's approximately 100 students there. A lot of fun. I enjoyed prom just watching our kids being kids and getting to have fun, and what a great group of kids that we have. The band and choir sounded great at their spring concert. Over half of the senior class were recognized at awards night with awards or scholarships. AP tests were taken in 3 subjects. Those scores are due back in July. End of year benchmarking was done in NWEA. In reading, both the middle and high schools increased 7% each, for the total being on grade level for reading. In math, the high school gained 11%, performing on grade level from beginning to the end of the year. We added 54 alumni at graduation. This class had a lot to be proud of. 14 are leaving with welding certification. 7 are certified nursing assistants. 8 just passed Tuesday their certified clinical medical assistant exam. And 7 earned the Indiana College Core, which a group of 30 credits would transfer to any Indiana Public University. And 44% of the class had academic or technical honor diplomas. Congratulations to Emily Bunger for earning a spot to compete at the state track finals, I think tomorrow, in the 300 hurdles. Make that. Baseball was also the outright Midwest Conference champions. Summer school is going well, with students recovering credits or working ahead on courses for next year.
This will be my last elementary update.
Say, what do you got?
Jump right in there. I'll step in here if you
I was
like.
like, oh, here we go. Nothing prepared.
Field day was a huge success. Thank you for everybody who did that. Ms. Nielsen did a lot, and so did Ms. PJ and Looker. Really did a lot. The kids had a good time. A lot of field trips in the month of May. Seen a lot of kids, seen a lot of things. They very well behaved. Students participated in AR and math incentive awards, so they went bowling, and then we also had a water bash for one of those days. One thing that we tried this year too, I think that went well, was we had students visit their next year teachers. So 3rd grade students came to 4th grade teachers to learn about all the fun things that are going to happen in 4th grade, get to meet their teachers so that they know who those teachers are before they meet them. And it gives teachers an opportunity to kind of set those expectations on what they're going to have next year, what they can kind of look forward to. Summer school is also continuing for elementary this week and then next week. We have Meet the Teacher, put on your calendar, is August 10th. It'll be 6 o'clock as we think about next year. Graduation was a big success. Thank you for everybody who put that all together. Custodians, maintenance, and our summer helpers have been doing a lot of work. They've already been shampooing carpets, doing a lot of the work. Jamie's very pleased with those people that have been helping. Some other things to tell you about, the roof work. The high school is progressing. You can see where they delivered this week the materials to the roof. So they've been pretty quick about being very responsive. We were notified a couple days ago that we do have some more damage on the middle school roof. The middle school was the only section that was not affected. Well, it is affected because where they're strapping down the insulation, there's must be a metal part there, something that's covered with the flashing or the membrane. There are little small little divots, so someone should be coming back out from insurance to take a look at that, hopefully soon, to give us some more feedback on that, if they'll allow us to replace that. I participated in a wind turbine meeting of the five superintendents that are involved with that, but only 3 of us showed up, really. So we started having conversations about a new provider that has a wind turbine that he manages in Winchester. He does the Winchester Town turbine. He reached out to me last fall, realizing that we had a turbine, was kind of interested in knowing if we were probably interested. And I said, well, I might be. And so he's reached out to at least one other. And so we all started talking and we decided to meet to talk about our turbines. We have similar issues, similar concerns about, bills just showing up in the email. I mean, I could go to my email probably. This happened a couple weeks ago. A bill for $40,000 popped up, and so I pushed back a little bit and said, "You didn't tell me anything about that. I don't even know what that's about." So he told me just not worry about it. He'll talk with me about it, but hasn't yet, so I'm not worried about it. But we're not the only one that happens to a lot. That the other districts, the same thing. They just get emailed this bill. They're expecting to pay. So we want to meet with John. We have a list of questions, and we want to ask him and kind of see where he's at with. His succession plan, is it what happens after John Bellhauser is no longer going to have partners? Can we buy spare parts to stockpile because we're in need of this? We're waiting for something to come from Germany. Just questions that we'll come back to. So we'll hopefully meet him at the end of the month. So we'll keep on that. Know that next month on your recs, you'll probably see, or on your requisition list, you'll see probably a bus purchase. So it's that time of the year again, we'll purchase another bus. That'll be coming. I'll share with you a copy of our fund report. So we always have a copy of that. So once again, fund report, these lists all of our funds. If you go to the last page, that's our cash balance. Of all funds that are held. Education is the first one, so we keep our eye on the most. The current balance is a little lower. It's $949,385, only because we've had 3 payrolls in May. So that'll be something to keep our eye on. You can see, I told you to or taught you. If you looked on the left-hand side, those first 4 digits correspond to, if you go to your accounts payable voucher, they're the first 4 digits under expenditure account number. It tells you what fund it's coming out of. You also have a revenue report, and then you also have a copy of the accounts payable voucher. Bus inspections are June 8th. We will be doing a parking lot reseal around June 15th. So the parking lot will get resealed again and then get restriped. So we've been trying to keep up on that because when I first came, there's grass growing in between everywhere. And so if we keep up on it, it'll do well for us. Questions for me?
I want a question on the fund report. There are many here that are zeros all the way across. The 2023 ACE grant, once they're in, they never come out. I mean, is it one of those things that live forever?
It takes Shannon a while to get it out. If it's going to be on a Form 9, she'll leave it. Like, I know that we still have, like, capital projects fund is still there.
Okay.
For the transportation operating.
It's just
And
not
bus
that easy to get
replacement.
rid of them then.
It's not that
There's
easy.
a 2019 case.
Yes,
Yes.
for $0.
That's the same
Yeah.
as the one that Casey does too. She said she has a lot of her.
And I can talk with Shannon about that, but, like, even the capital projects fund goes back before 2019. Like, that all combined into the operations fund as a transportation bus replacement.
it would be a lot easier to manage if faculty.
Just a question. I know it's not always the simplest thing to do, just to do that.
Question. Do you know what the graduation rate was?
Like, it was either 94 or 96%. Is what it will be. We have one finishing up in summer school, and then there will be 2 non-graduates this year. One had last, like right at the beginning of school year, withdrew to go online, and another school never enrolled online, so she's still on our accountability.
Do we have a backup plan for microphone and speakers for next year?
Who did Marlon said something about that when I asked him that there is it's happened before.
Yeah,
Yes, so I don't know if there's, some kind of surge or something clicks off. He knew exactly what it was when I told him, so maybe if it's just another switch to flip, then we can find out what it was and get it back
Yeah.
on, because,
I don't think the east side heard anything.
Yeah, the west side was fine.
West side was fine.
and because Vicky said it was like mid Angie's speech.
Oh, yeah.
They were right underneath her, a speaker, and that one quit.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
We can have Brandon come out and check. But I think Jamie was
Because
listening last
Jeff,
week.
Marlon was in with Jeff at Tuesday or Wednesday after, when I went to talk to Jeff about it, and Marlon did exactly what it was.
They need to show a bunch of us.
It's another, it's one of those things that
Yeah.
knowledge is lost
Or
for some
somebody's out of state,
reason.
you know.
Probably the coolest we've been in graduation for a
Oh my
long
God.
time.
It was cold.
It was cold, yes.
Cafeteria could have hung me there.
On the floor, it was cool. Up top, I still saw people painted.
Oh, really?
Up top in the bleachers.
Yeah. No, it was very cool.
It was very nice.
Yeah. But there was a lot of people painted themselves up top.
But
My
we
wife
tried
wanted
to-
to go. China or not, really gross.
Crack that many people.
That's a possibility. We could just check with the microphone in the podium, because I think that's fairly likely.
But you said a total of graduation for all the dual credits. That was a pretty
Around
decent.
1,200 dual credits.
And there was a dollar figure associated too, so that was
Yeah.
very impressive.
And that was just the average undergraduate tuition in Indiana is like kind of $75 a credit hour, so yeah, $113,000 in potential savings. Yeah, they just don't realize how beneficial that really is. So,
Yeah, that's good news to hear that you're discussing that about your job. Because something's got.
We all have the same concerns that hopefully we get addressed, or if one of us needs to go to the new company. Problem is, the question becomes, do they have parts for our machine, where he has parts, potentially knows our system. There's no monitoring. We're supposed to have Rubish is supposed to be monitoring. None of us get monitored. They all complain about that. Parts, we're comparing bills too, so we're just put them in a big shared Google Drive so we can see the bills, because one of the guys says, well, I got charged IGBT for like $80,000. I said, no, I did too. How much was yours? And so fortunately they were the same price, but you never know. Like, I don't know how much an IGBT goes for, and I don't even know what that is, but it's a lot. It's a lot. You have to have it. That's like $80,000. And so we're kind of at homework there a little bit.
Also on that with them still. I noticed what our bill was, but do they let us know how much we have banked in credit?
Yeah, it's on the bill.
It is on
Bill
the,
tag
okay,
bill.
you do know, okay. I just wondered if we knew that
Yes.
or not, if that was
Yes.
some secret
It's on the bill.
Okay. They'll let you know.
Okay,
Yeah.
but NIPSCO is the one that keeps track.
Yes. That was another one of our discussions. One of them, I think it was Shenandoah, they have Duke, NIPSCO, and REMC. And so because they have three or four different campuses, and REMC was by better the, one that they, get along with the best. But same kind of thing, Duke was apparently really bad about explaining how they come up with their rates and trying to figure out how much is being generated, that kind of thing.
Anything else, anybody? Payroll and claims, may I have a motion, please?
So,
Second, Mr. President.
All those in favor of
Close
approving?
discussion.
No,
Hold on.
What?
Sorry.
Dennis has got something over your
No,
belly.
he's got nothing.
no, I got answered.
Yeah.
I
You
got
already asked this question. You got more? No,
Thanks for thinking.
We did just discuss this, didn't we?
8919, Everard Heating and Cooling, just says construction project expenses, fairly vague. Can you just fill us in on that?
Sure. So Everhart was the one who put in our chiller for the high school and the middle school, and then also did the work in the admin center. So if you look underneath the date of 5/26/26, you'll see the first four digits are 0700. That means the expenditure account came out of 0700. And if you look on your fund report, 0700 is our construction fund. So it means it's coming out of our construction fund. So we're getting to the end of our project where a lot of these things are just retainage, where Tecton has withheld the last % of their contract. So once everything's been fulfilled and satisfied, then that retainage is being released. So that's what you're gonna kind of see on some of these. This retainage is being released, and we will have, those contractors will be let go released of their,
But Everard was the chiller then.
yes.
So that was
Yes.
really the last big thing, right?
There's a couple others too that are being paid. Project.
20 and 28 will also retain to be released on it.
Yes, 8920 was KA Contracting. They did site work for the press box and the bleachers. So that was a little late to get released, but there's no reason why it should have been released earlier. And then there was one more. Precision, 8928.
Yes.
So Precision handled all the controls. So when they put in the chiller and the air conditioning unit or the HVAC system here, then Precision has control of the controls. And so that's also being paid out of construction expenses. And then if you notice on your fund report for construction, we still have 356,000 left in our construction fund. So it could be used for things that are related to the project, but may not be contractor specific. So for example, Mike would like to get some new tables in the cafeteria. And so we can use some of those old cafeteria tables as folding tables that are warped and look pretty bad. But buying same kind of tables, just newer, but taking the current ones and shifting them off to our ones we can pull out for events and that kind of thing. Could be used for cafeteria tables in the elementary, anything that's kind of related to what we've done. So we'll have money left over.
One suggestion, sidewalk. When you get out here to go into, I think it's door 28 or whatever it is, there is no sidewalk out front there. You have sidewalk in front of here, and all of a sudden you get the grass, there's
Oh.
no continuing
there.
sidewalk there.
You're right, I saw that before. You just walk straight out the parking lot.
A
Yeah.
gas melt.
Then you're thrown out into the parking lot, and there's, you either walk in the grass or parking. Just a suggestion.
Kathy, who would have done the punch list on these? Would that have been
Tecton and me and Jamie.
All right, 922, instrument repair. Is that instruments that the school?
Yes. Yes. And from what Stephen told me, we've not been doing a good job of that in past, but we've tried to do better the last couple of years, getting them prepared.
those kids when they, use one of the school instruments, they need sort of grant.
I think so.
So they get a free use of an instrument, or the others that own theirs have to buy.
You know, like, I don't think we can charge them.
I don't think so, but I will.
I was
find
thinking
out.
there was a little bit of rent. Because we decided to buy an instrument. And I wouldn't have thought we would have bought one if it would have been free.
I can pop one out.
We bought it. and we
Yeah,
should-
it's usually the more expensive instruments and the novelty.
They're all expensive.
Yeah, that's.
You can rent them from like Valpo, so a couple of great ones, people actually just rent $10. But there is a policy like deliberate damage, so if a kid drops one, or if it gets, some of them actually been left out in the rain, like at a sporting event. So they do have to pay for some deliberate repairs. Most of that, I think, is just maintenance. Good cleaning, things like that. Valve replacement, stuff like that.
Thank you, Kathy, for answering my question. Appreciate it.
Since you had the opportunity.
I got you, Sal.
I got you. Appreciate it. All right, anything else? All right, that being said, all those in favor of payroll and claims, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Any other business? Anybody? Meeting is adjourned.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Glad to have you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
Look
much.
forward to lunch sometime.
Yeah.
I will get with that code.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you so much. Even though it's such a big- Yes. Okay. Okay. Because I'm trying to.
There you go. You don't have to. I need to that number. See you later.
Have a good one. Thank you, Erica.
When benefits and stuff, so she doesn't overcharge me, you know what I mean? Because they're gonna pay me out at the end of it.
I'm going to take this clear over to Mr.
So there's still time.
Let's get it.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm glad you went the long way.
No, I did. I just to make you happy.
Bring me a
No, I did not bring you a fan.